Welcome to the RevOps Lab, a podcast exploring the art and science of revenue operations. To find more episodes and resources on scaling your revenue engine, visit getweflow.com/RevOps.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the RevOps Lab. Actually, this isn't an episode. This is just to say thank you. Thank you for listening. And we just wanted to highlight a few things we really enjoyed this year.
Yeah, thank you. We had over 50 episodes this year that we recorded and running ReFlow in parallel, which maybe sounds crazy, but it really didn't feel like work to record all these episodes. In fact, it was a great pleasure to talk with so many well-known people, but also a few hidden champions here across the RevOps landscape, and to learn from them and to learn with them and to share that with you, our audience.
What else happened? Well, this is actually the year where Jaco released his book, Revenue Architecture. We hosted him on the show, and I think it's a fantastic book. Probably most of you have read it. We also hosted Sean and Laura to speak about the RevOps Manual, which also was released this year. Great books. Highly recommend to read them. And yeah, thanks for joining the show to share this with the community. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think the Revenue Architecture book is probably the most quoted book I've seen so far in my life on LinkedIn. It's insane. Every day there is a post about the Revenue Architecture. So if you haven't read it yet, definitely this is probably one of the, not a hidden gem. This is like a very obvious gem that you should grab, and you maybe use like the time between the years where things calm down a little bit to catch up on it if you haven't already.
Yeah. I mean, what else happened? We actually hosted 5 RevOps meetups in Munich, London, and Berlin. And it was fantastic to see people really craving the in real life experience. That is something we would love to continue next year. And yeah, really, really enjoyed meeting so many of you in real life. And not only we did that in Europe, but Philip and I flew over to San Diego for the first RevOps AF Conference. Matt and his team hosted from RevOps Co-op. Matt was also on the show, right? And I think, another really awesome festival celebrating RevOps, but also just really exchanging learnings, helping each other. And this is what I think Philip and I love so much about this community, that you can just jump into a Slack group, ask a bunch of questions, and you have people who generally try to help and support with finding a solution. So just really beautiful to witness.
Yeah, 100%. Extremely grateful to be part of this community and to also do our part in shaping it and making it sustainable. And I think it's great to see it growing. And yeah, I mean, talking about the RevOps AF Conference, it's also good to see that it will be repeated next year in New Orleans and also in Berlin. So hopefully we'll see a lot of you there. It's a great opportunity to visit the beautiful German city of Berlin and explore all the great places there to meet amazing people and to learn from each other, while also having fun, obviously.
Philip is talking about Berghain, obviously. Let's see who gets in. So what's up for next year? I mean, we'll continue to host this podcast. We'll continue to host folks you know from LinkedIn, but also try to find folks that are just really amazing operators, right? We've always been under the impression that it's not about who's loudest on LinkedIn. Sorry, I know I also post a lot on LinkedIn, which sometimes feels really strange. But anyways, yeah, I think it's really about, sharing tactics and strategies to become better at what we do. Really excited about the lineup for next year. So it's going to be a fun year for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, also from my side, thank you so much. Looking forward to the next 50 episodes. We can then celebrate our 100th anniversary already next year, which would be actually something I didn't expect when we started this podcast. It's also great to get so many messages and conversations based on this podcast with folks from the community. So thank you for that. Please continue doing that. You can always send us a message if you like. Happy to respond. We read everyone, each and every one. So keep doing that and keep listening. And hopefully we'll bring you a lot of new and interesting insights in the coming year as well.
Thank you so much. Have a great break and then to a great 2025.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the RevOps Lab podcast. Please consider to like and subscribe our show and give us a 5-star rating on wherever you're listening. If you have feedback or suggestions, let us know at podcast@getweeflow.com. We read and reply to every email. Thank you.